Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final score with
Eric, how about them Cowboys saw ya?
And I'm the new elected mayor for Giants Nation, Matthew Batesmore.
And Stevie Reno Fly. What's up, guys? It's Monday night. Monday Night Football just started. We do a little watch along. Eli and Peyton have nothing on me. The Kansas City Chiefs undefeated 7-0 against the Tampa Bay Bucs, who are 4-4 at Kansas City. So it's just starting. Chiefs about midfield now. They got a second down. While we're doing this, we're going to talk about a little bit about what happened over the weekend on Sunday's games, and maybe some other stuff in sports world. A little bit of everything. So feel free to get your comments in. Give me a like. I would appreciate it. So I'm going to check out my other stuff. So the Chiefs, it's really interesting because if you look at Mahomes' stats, he's got 8 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's not playing great at all. And the Chiefs aren't really playing that great, but they're playing better that week than every team they go up against. And it's kind of getting to where, they're getting that luck. They get lucky every week. They're driving down the field out. They're doing one thing they haven't done most of the years, get Travis Kelce involved. Travis Kelce made a few catches. So, let's see. Oh, he made a good move there. What you got? Oh, Taylor Swift, of course, is at the game. Of course, they show her after Travis makes a catch. So here we go again. He's got three catches with 24 yards. So they're getting him involved. Maybe that was on purpose. Maybe they're trying to get him more involved tonight. Touchdown! Oh, come on, give him a touchdown. Worthy made the catch. Now he's on my fantasy team, so he goes. Of course, he steps out of bounds at the 1 yard line because he's on my team. Let's see. Yep. Son of a biscuit. Well, yes, an incomplete pass. No doubt about it. Oh, incomplete pass. Oh, wow. So he didn't get 2 feet down. That's true. I didn't think about that. Okay, we'll throw it back to him again. Run that same pattern again. Let him score a touchdown so he can help me on my fantasy team. How did he? Ah! That heel must have been that first foot must have been his heel must have been out of bounds. So, all right, 2nd and 10. They're about over the 35. DeAndre Hopkins makes his first catch of the night. So I guess they're gonna get him more involved. Looking at the games over the weekend. Let's see if we can pull up the scores here. Of course, the Thursday night game, the Jets break a 5-game losing streak and get the win over the Texans 21-13. Just how good, especially now with Vita Vea gets a sack. They're out of field goal range now. Wow. Let's see how he. Ooh. collapsed real quick on his pocket. So they take him out of field goal range, so they're punting. So the Jets get the win, but how good is Houston now? I mean, you don't have Diggs. I think Nico's supposed to come back next week. So they don't have any of their weapons. How good is Houston now? They're going to fall back, I think. I think there's just too many injuries. And they didn't look that great. Neither team looked great. What's his name? Garrett Wilson makes this incredible one-handed catch in the end zone for a touchdown. But, and I know people are going to say, as a Steelers fan, just because you're saying it because of a Steelers fan. But if you remember last Monday night against the Giants, George Pickens makes this catch and hops on his right foot, gets his right foot down twice, but didn't get his left foot in, and that was not a touchdown. So this guy gets a 1 foot in and a shin partially in, and it's a touchdown. I don't understand how that was a touchdown, but it is what it is. Referees are pretty horrible this year, like any other year. But Aaron Rodgers, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Mixon. I mean, Mixon is pretty much the offense for the Texans. 24 carries, 106 yards. I just don't. I don't think either team's going to make us laugh. I know the Texans are like, well, when we get Nico back, we're going to be okay. I think everybody wants to talk about Pittsburgh's the worst good team in football, or the worst 6-2 team in football. But I think the Texans are the most overrated team in football right now with what they have. C.J. Stroud is not. I mean, he don't have the weapons right now. We'll see. And then the Ravens just they just killed the Broncos. A game that started off where it looked like it was going to be a back and forth game, be close. Ravens just too much. Derrick Henry, 23 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Geez, if I get one more freaking text message about voting, it's crazy. But anyway, 23 carries, 106 yards, 2 TDs. Lamar Jackson had a hell of a game. It's his 4th game getting a perfect QB rating. 280 yards, passing 3 TDs, 8 Flowers, 5 catches, 127 yards. So Tampa Bay starts deep in their own territory. They get about 9 yards on first down. Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator for I've never heard of it. Gosh, they're missing the top 3 receivers. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen McMillan are out. That's not good. Not when you're playing Kansas City Chiefs. Oh. Made something out of nothing. That was good. Screenplay. So yeah, the Ravens get to win 41-10 over the Broncos. I mean, Ravens got a good offense. Their defense is kind of suspect. We'll see. We'll see when they get to some good teams. Derrick Henry is going to be a beast, though. But there's a lot of teams that can play defense to stop Derrick Henry. It's going to be up to Lamar again. And you know what happens in years past when Lamar's got the pressure on him. I'll tell you what, I will give Kansas City credit. Their defense is all over the place.
perspective coming into this game as far as what does Liam Cohen have to do as the offensive coordinator to try to generate some offense. Last week he was able to do that in that game against Atlanta. A different defense, of course.
Alan, did you guys see the end of last week's game, the Atlanta and Tampa Bay game? That state trooper that was in the back of the end zone get hit. Never saw it coming. Had his back to the play, the last play of the game. Oh, almost an interception. He came out of nowhere. Todd Bowles looking like, what the heck? How do you not see that guy? All right, 3rd and 8. And you know the crowd is loud here. Blitz. Tip. So they'll be punting. Let's see who else. All right, let's get into it right here. Cowboys and Falcons. Cowboys lose the 3rd game in a row. Are they 3-5 now? They lost 27-21 in a game that really wasn't that close. But not only did they lose the game, Dak goes out with a hamstring injury that's apparently going to keep him out for a couple of weeks at least. He's not going to be there for the Philly game. The Cooper Rush will slip. Oh boy, McCole Hardman got him. And McCole Hardman might be hurt. That's another thing with Kansas City, the injuries they've had this year. McCole Hardman's hurt. That the wide receiving room is in bad shape. That's why Hopkins got picked up. I think Juju was signed. He was signed late, but yeah, they don't need another wide receiver to get hurt. So, Cowboys, like we said, Dak out. They did get some good news that Micah Parsons will probably be back this week. But man, what is going on with the Cowboys? I mean, they have no running game. I don't know why I start yelling all of a sudden. They have no running game. They have hardly any offense. I just don't. I don't know what to tell you, Cowboy fans. You need to get another weapon, and you need to do it fast. Cooper Rush, I think he's 4-1 in his starts, 4 or 5-1 in his starts as a Cowboy. So he can get the job done. He was. I liked him. What was it? 2020 when Dak went out with that ankle injury, and Cooper Rush stepped up, and he didn't do a bad job. But you have and all the people out there that say you can't blame Dak for the whole thing. You're right. You can't blame Dak. You know what you blame is your freaking GM/owner that I'm sorry, but you guys paid too much for Dak. CeeDee Lamb's got to be paid. I mean, he already got paid. Michael's going to want to get paid. There's several of them that need to get paid, and you're not going to have the money to do it. You're not going to have the cap space to do it. So McCole Hardman going back to the locker room. Let's see. He didn't look like he got his legs caught up under. Maybe his knee hit hard. Oh, it's shoulder. So we'll see. Hopkins with another catch. But yeah, CD's hurt now. I think he's got a shoulder injury, which they say he can come back. He'll be able to play. Should be able to play against Philly. So, but Cowboy fans, what are your thoughts right now? I mean, Eric Sawyer, if you're out there, Steven Sumner. Oh, another catch by Hopkins. Chiefs are moving down the field.
Lane that opens up for Patrick Mahomes. It's just easy pitch and catch. He got the ball on the prior down. And
Yeah, he was wide open. Tampa Bay is not, their defense is not. Kareem Hunt. Everybody remembers what he did, right?
It's easy to read.
Did you see the Dak on the sidelines? I mean, it was easy to read what he said. You could read his lips pretty well when he said, "We," and I'm not gonna say the word, "effing suck." And he didn't lie. They did. Oh, spin move. Mahomes gets a first down. Guy from the defensive end from Tampa Bay made a good spin move and got back there. That's what flushed. Yeah, that's what flushed Mahomes out. But there was such a good pocket. There was nobody in the middle. But yeah, Kirk Cousins. What do you say about Kirk Cousins? 3 touchdowns yesterday against the Cowboys, and he's having a heck of a year. And they're reverse. That's a block in the back by Mahomes. Should have been a block in the back by Mahomes, but Tampa Bay didn't fall for that. Lose 10 on play. Who's more annoying, guys? Troy Aikman or Tony Romo?
And he makes a good play. Don't see this Kansas City offense.
They're in field goal range still. Second down 20, but they don't need a. And here, another catch by Hopkins. So it's third down and long, like 15. But you don't, third and 16, you don't want to do like you did a while ago and take a sack and get out of field goal range. That's the main thing right now. You want to stay in field goal range. Swing pass. Oh, that was set up. Not much there, though. About 4 yards. So they stayed in field goal range. They're going to get points out of this problem. Harrison Butker.
Yeah, those how those work. That they either look really good or they look really bad. And when they don't work, everybody shakes their head and says, "Well, why did we do that?" So if that was the Liam Cohen was
See Harrison Butker, excuse me, one of the most hated players in football. They say he was on the top 10 most hated players in football. Right down the middle. So it's 3-0 Chiefs. 2 minutes into the 2 minutes left first. How about the Washington Commanders, guys? they get another win yesterday against the Giants. The Giants looked. I mean, the Giants. You look at it Monday night against Pittsburgh, and you look at it against the Commanders on Sunday, and they were competitive in each game. They only lost 27-22 this week to the Commanders. Daniel Jones gets his first touchdown pass of the year and has a freaking angry run that he scores a touchdown. He breaks a couple of tackles uh, and gets a touchdown, but they just come up just short. Jade Daniels, I mean, 2 touchdowns, passes both to Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are 7-2 for the first time since 1996. Who was on that Redskin team in 1996? Do you guys remember? Let's find out. I don't want to see that. Let's see. 1996 Redskins. Coached by North Turner. Who was the quarterback? Gus Frerotte, Trent Green, and Heath Schuler were the quarterbacks. Your running backs, Terry Allen, man. You remember Terry Allen and Stephen Davis were the running backs. Also had Brian Mitchell, which he was more of a kick returner. Wide receivers. Listen to this crew. Michael Westbrook, Leslie Shepard, Henry Ellard, Bill Brooks, and Flipper Anderson. And who was on defense? Ken Harvey, Marcus Patton, Sean Gilbert. Who else? Of course, Darryl Green was still there. Darryl Green, Tom Carter, Stanley Richards. But yeah, you get who was it? Is anybody on? Nope. So they started off 7-2, and they lost in overtime to the Cardinals the next game. So let's see what Washington does. Washington will play Pittsburgh the next game. I hope that's the L. What do you guys think about the new kickoff rules? I don't like them. Thank you, Billy Burgess. Appreciate you, bud. All right, so Tampa Bay takes over. I guess on their 25, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first. Of course, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. Saints head coach Dennis Allen fired today after they had lost their last 6.
Has been impressive about Tampa Bay this year, and all Bucs fans know is their ability to run the football. They're 6th in the NFL.
What happened to Leonard Fournette? Why is he caught on with anybody? Is it work ethic?
If they can't work the ball, or with the top 3 wide receivers out tonight.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough for Tampa Bay. Oh,
This has been everywhere. Was batted down the pass at the line of scrimmage, made that tackle.
the Chiefs just got these players that are just like blue collar players too. Some of them, especially on defense. I mean, they're just like blue collar. 3rd and 6. Pressure. He gets sacked, but there's a flag. I don't know if it's gonna be a hold. in the secondary, I don't know where the flag come from. John Hussey. Yeah.
Number 17. Correction to number 27. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced on the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Got out of that. So, yeah, Dennis Allen fired. And how about the little drama going on with Derek Carr? Of course, Chris Olave hurt yesterday after going across the middle in the Panthers game. And a lot of people are saying that pass set him up. And former Saints wide receiver, who is it? Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas had some stuff to say on Twitter about Derek Carr. Made a few comments about that play, and then talking about how he didn't like him. I don't know what that was all about. End of the first quarter is 3-0 Bucks. 3-0 Chiefs. Excuse me. But I don't know what that was up about. He went on a freaking tirade against Derek Carr, and Derek Carr even said, "I don't know what I did. He was one of the few players I've ever been around I couldn't get along with." And he said, "I've called, I've messaged, and no response." So I don't know. I don't know, guys. That's kind of weird and wild stuff. Is okay. The Jaguars and the Eagles. One of the most amazing plays I've ever seen in my life. I think if you are a football fan and on social media, which I can't imagine you would be, Saquon Barkley catches a little swing pass, breaks a few tackles, spin move, and then does a backwards hurdle over a Eagles player, which was amazing. I was like, I've never seen anything like that. But they get the win in a game that was a blowout, but they somehow let Jacksonville back in it. And Jacksonville had a chance at the end to take the lead. Trevor Lawrence throws an interception in the end zone, and the Eagles get the win. Saquon Barkley, 159 yards. Jalen Hurts, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I was like, after this, with all the hype about Jacksonville is overrated. I mean, is Doug Peterson on the hot seat? We talk about Allen getting fired for the Saints. Is Doug Peterson on the hot seat now? He's got to be getting there. He's got to be getting warm now. NFL players seeking trade to the Commanders at deadline. Now, there was a story that came out yesterday. Or was it today? Today, last night into today, that a lot of these free agents are telling their agents they want trades, or a lot of these on the trade block, they want to be traded to Washington because the atmosphere with Jay Daniels there, and it's a better place to work at since Daniel Snyder's gone. So, it's funny what winning will do for you too. Being 7-2. So the flag on the play, probably delay a game.
But they did get the number wrong, but it was really against Trent McDuffie, which has allowed this drive to continue. Yeah, when you watch it, it really Sterling Shepard was grabbing him more than McDuffie was grabbing Shepard. So
Troy Aikman or Chris Cosworth? Tight end for Tampa Bay. I like him, but he just made a catch and he was preparing to absorb the blow. Wow. So McCole Hardman's still in the locker room with his shoulder. So they got 4 healthy wide receivers, and one of them was just elevated from the practice squad this afternoon. Oh, wow. Here's my dogs. So they get the first down, and they're in field goal range for sure.
Their first year offensive coordinator is going to get some attention in this league for the job he's doing with his group. Here's a screen.
They might run these screens somehow, and this Irvin guy is making something out of nothing with a lot of his play.
He gets his block. There's an opportunity for a pretty nice gain all the way out. See Mouth 69, the clock right there on Nick Bolton. If he gets that one a little bit cleaner, he's got a little bit of a running lane. But you're right, Joe. I don't think you can say enough good things about Liam Cohen and the job that he has done his first year.
They're at 29. So we'll see. They're in field goal range. But, oh, that was a good play. Misdirection. Like fake the toss, and the Irvin came through the other way. So this Liam Cohen guy, I'm looking at what he's done. Rams assistant coach, Kentucky offensive coordinator, Rams offensive coordinator, Kentucky offensive coordinator, and then he gets Tampa Bay. So he liked going back where he was before. Just outside the red zone. I guess they have to. I guess they have to use that tight end a lot when you run your other 3 receivers are out.
Sitting down and anything slow.
All right, let's talk a little bit about something that nothing there on that play. Running that too much. Anthony Richardson, 2nd-year quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, hasn't had the greatest year statistics wise, and the team, it shows that how Pittsburgh lost to that team. I don't know, because Joe Flacco came in the game. That's why Anthony Richardson got hurt. I just when you see a quarterback that's in a professional game up, so they get a first down, they're down to about the 6-yard line. When you see a quarterback, a professional quarterback, take himself out of the game on a key play because he was tired, you don't do that. You gave up on your team. You gave up on your team. And people are comment about why he got benched. He got benched with good reason. his performance wasn't up to par, and plus he quit on his team. You don't do that, especially at the quarter. You don't do it on any position, especially the quarter. Up, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, former Kansas City Chiefs, gets the 11 plays, 70 yards, 653 touchdown drive for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they're on top. But yeah, I mean, you don't even do that in high school or college. High school, you know, it makes you wonder commitment. He only played college ball for a year, and they elevated him so high in the draft. So I don't get it. Also, DJ Moore from the Bears. Did you guys see him during the play? Caleb Williams scrambling around, and DJ Moore just, where did that come from? He just gives up and walks off the field during the play. I'm like, that's not right either. I mean, no matter how bad you think the game is going, or how upset you are with your quarterback or with the way things are going, and they got shellacked. I just wonder if some of these players for the Bears are giving up, or just how much heart they have after that loss last week to the Commanders on that Hail Mary. When you got a guy that's over the last play on the Hail Mary, you got a defensive back over there berating the fans and saying bye-bye to the fans. And then he comes up late and tips the ball. Excuse me, up in the air. And Redskins end up Noah Brown catches it for the game-winning touchdown. One of them. And he gets benched. The Bears defensive back, his name, I forget his name. He gets benched, and he takes himself out of practice this week because he didn't like the fact that he was benched for being that. It's NBA time again, guys. Woohoo. Hey, Bronny James scored 2 points the other night, guy. He's on his way to MVP status. I don't know what night that was. Anyway.
Got better and better and better. Attended Center High School here in Kansas City, about 11 miles away from where we are right now. And he was able to wait, stutter step, as Troy said, get Tristan Wirfs out of.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here. I got a phone call coming in. I'm gonna have to get off here. I'll see you guys later. You have enjoy the rest of the game. That's gonna do it for the final score.